What's up, everybody? Fire Chicken here at the scrapyard, and you're kicking it with Chicken on this Saturday night. I got a pretty good one planned for you tonight. So I'm going to kick it off first with giving you guys the news, the updates, yada, 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 all that stuff. And then we're going to roll into a bit of a call out that we've had in the group and go over that a little bit. We're going to talk about, we're going to also have another guest after that. Not sure how late this is going to go. I am getting kind of more efficient and putting stuff together. So, Kevin, I see you're watching me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, Kevin. Okay, good. You can hear me. I also see that the red goat is on here. Good. Make sure you share that link with the red goat. I'm going to get through all the updates and all that stuff first, and then I'll pull you guys up. I'm probably going to pull the red goat up first, discuss kind of whatever. I'll get into that later. So don't mind me. I'm just rambling. So February 26th is our next event. People, if you haven't signed up yet, I really suggest you get to the Facebook group and sign up. It's under the events section. I usually have it as a pin post, but I got something else as a pin post right now. I'll get to that in a minute. I'm wondering, is this is playing on Facebook right now? So I'm actually going to go in the Facebook group. Hold on. I'm gonna go in the Facebook group and try to pin this up there so people in the group can watch it. I had problems getting this going in the Facebook group last time, but it looks like it's playing now, I guess. Maybe. But I need to go in there and pin it to the top, which is weird because I'm gonna have to do it on my phone because I'm logged in under my Pollo de Fuego account right now. And I did that because for some reason, every time I go live on Facebook with my regular Facebook account, for some reason, Facebook likes to say, we've taken your live privileges away. So I get like a minute to talk, and then they pull my live privileges, log me out, don't understand it at all. Hate Facebook. Whatever. It's a necessary evil. But let me get to the Facebook group. Boom, boom, boom. How's everybody's night going? How's everybody's night going? Let's see. I'll pull up some. Let's see. I got some comments I could be posting up here. Let's see. Illuminate the state. This is what I like about the new StreamYard program is that I can pull stuff up like this. Oh, here we go. The Red Goat Roberts is in the house. I know I'm getting there. If you guys know me, you know I suck at multitasking. I always have. It's not working. Come on. Oh, there it is. It says Pollo de Fuego is live right now. Okay, cool. So I'll just pin to featured. Good. Now this should show up in the Facebook group as soon as people get in here. Brick House in the house. B-Dubs in the house. Tanner Roberts. Kevin from IT in the house. Rocco Man in the house. Real Lion in the house. Lights Out in the house. Mr. Top Knocker in the house. Monique, what's up? Chicken. Give this thing a thumbs up, guys. Som K in the house. I'll get it right from now on, I swear. I missed my training, buddy. Bro, I'm going to try to get with you on Monday. It's just work scheduling is messed up. Senior Chicken Pops in the house. We got, man, I can't keep up with you guys. Scorpio, J-Lou. Man, we got like a little bit of a fan club for the Red Goat in the house. Illuminate the state with a super chat of $5. Hey, Fire Chicken. I'll post that one. Hey, Fire Chicken. Hope your night's good. I also have Robert for the win tonight against Izzy. Been working crazy finally. Have some days off. Hey, days off are super important. Don't don't get too consumed by work. I know it's something we all got to do, but make time for yourself, for your sanity. You only get one go around. Thank you, as always, Illuminate the State. The Scrapyard appreciates the donations. Okay, back to what I was talking about. So anyway, go in, sign up to fight. Why would you want to sign up to fight now? Well, it helps me to try to match people up for you ahead of time. I might not tell you, but I do sometimes get some free time and like to look for potential matchups, weight, skill level, that kind of stuff. So, you know what? Yeah, sign up. Where's my fight? Okay, guys. Not that people have been complaining, but I understand everybody that fought last month wants their fight posted up on the YouTube channel. I'm getting to them, but you have to understand I put out a fight every other day. The last one, Jabberwocky versus Panda Man, that one took me around 3 hours to edit. I do like to put out the best product that I can for you guys. I like to do nice visuals, graphics, and that's why I'm probably going to be sticking to the number of fights that we have every month and not going for like a ton of fights. I understand we're going to get more popular and more people wanting to come out and fight, but we're just going to have to limit it to 20 to 25 fights, right around there. That's good. That gives you guys consistent material to watch. Can a level 0 sign up? Yes. Okay, so before it used to be level 1 to 5, but recently I've added in level 0. Level 0 is no training from any source other than self-training, street fights, that kind of stuff. If you are super athletic, you might want to sign up as a 1. It just depends on that. We can't split hairs too much. We try to do the best that we can, but there's always margin for error on that. Never intentional though. Premium access, if you want to watch all the fights right now, they're on premium access for $2.99 on the YouTube channel. You will see all the fights eventually, guys. I'm not trying to get a whole bunch of money out of people. That's why I only charge $2.99. But it's all the fights unedited. It does take time for me to sit down, upload, sometimes do a little bit of slight editing on them. I don't edit the content, but if a video splits itself into two sections, then I actually have to go into an editing program and mate them together. So yes, it does take work for the premium access stuff. Also, if I do finish a fight early and say I'm not going to release it for a day or two, I post it in premium access also. So you get to see the fully edited stuff early. So you get fully edited early and you get the unedited alternate angle fights the day after the fights. So, hey, you know what? If you want to support the Scrapyard and do that, it's like a fight pass. Yeah, it's like a fight pass or something. But I just do that as a special thing for people that want to do it. So I'm not putting a paywall up. I'm not saying you guys got to pay for fights or anything, because you will see every one of those fights released within 30 days. But you have to understand, I don't have time to go up and edit 30, 20 fights, 25 fights in a single night, because it does take me 2 to 3 hours each. Unless you guys get out there and knock each other out really quick, I can edit those ones a lot quicker. But when I'm doing the slow motion in between rounds and all that stuff, then it does get substantially longer to edit. I do put a real lot of work into this, and I hope my passion for what we do out here is shining through in my videos and my thumbnails. I hope you guys are liking those a lot. It's extra stuff that I don't have to do, but I do because I think the fighters deserve it, and I think you, the fans, deserve it too. Are there any knockouts by Teeps in the scrapyard history? Who's Teeps? Teeps. I don't know who that is. I'm not on that one, and I'm not thinking that one. So I do need Red Guardian in the chat. So Kevin, you need to forward him the link, and he needs to go there because I see Kevin sitting in the waiting room, um, like an expecting father waiting to hear the great news. This is okay. I'm almost through the news and updates. So this is going to be February is going to be our 19th event. The Red Goat, you got to get that from Kevin. He needs to DM you the link. I can't. I'm not going to publicly post the link up on here. So Kevin is supposed to go on Facebook, or actually, you don't have Facebook. He will send you the link. You click on the link, it'll take you right to here. So that's the only way I got it. Good, great. This is our 19th fight in February, guys. 19 of these things that we've done. Man, can you believe it? This whole thing is just blowing up too. Like every month it just gets more and more traction and bringing in more and more people to watch. I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. I get a lot out of it. Everybody, I hope, is getting a lot out of it. Our 2-year anniversary of our YouTube channel is going to be on February 21st. Our 2-year event is our 2-year event will be on July this year. So yes, we'll have July. That'll be 2-year anniversary. But the birth of our YouTube channel, well, that was on February 21st. Scrapyard GoPro is blowing up right now, guys. It's blowing up. It's got like 6 million views on that channel. I just had a video hit like 1.5 million on there. In the last 2 days, it's gotten the last 2 days, it's gotten 600,000 views on that channel. So that Mr. Silas. Oh, cool. It's really neat seeing Facebook user up there. That does mean that we have Facebook playing this too. So yes, absolutely blowing up. YouTube channel's blowing up. Facebook group, I have to address something, guys. So recently we've had a big slew of street fights. Now, I think a lot of people at first thought that we weren't going to be posting any fights in the group and it was just going to turn all lame and everything, but that's not the point. What we're trying to do is not post senseless street fights. Now, I understand people came from a group. People may have came from a group and seen our group and thought, okay, I'm just going to post these street fights because that's just another fighting group. We're not just another fighting group, people. We're a group focused around our community, the street beefs community, the scrapyard community. We're a place where we don't put up with putting down the fighters or people learning to fight or training. We're in a place where we can help people out. And the senseless street fight videos, it just caters to the violent tendencies that kind of humanity has a bloodlust for, and it's not what we're about. It also is not good for our group, so it gets our group violations. So I've put an end to those. So we're not going to have any of those, but we will have our fights on there. You can post UFC fights, you can post MMA fights for sanctioned events, whatever. All that stuff is still go. It's just the assault, the street fights, the beatdowns. That stuff is just like there's a million Facebook groups that you can join to see that kind of stuff, and it's just not us. So With that said, I'm going to bring on a guest. First, I'm going to bring on a guest that this was kind of a surprise to me. I didn't see this coming at all. So, if you guys know Kevin from IT, he came to the scrapyard, and I want to say, if I remember correctly, he called out Solo, and they had kind of a back and forth. It gained a lot of traction. It was really cool to see. And he came out to the scrapyard like a man, and he got in there with Solo, and they handled their business. And now I can say that they're friends. It was great. And I think Kevin has met a lot of cool people in the scrapyard. Obviously, Solo has. Solo, I hear people talk about Solo that don't even like. It's just random people. It's crazy. And anyway, so I had a call out. Kevin sent me the video, and a guy named the Red Goat called out Kevin from IT. Now, the Red Goat, what I know about him is he's 45-year-old farmer from Elma, which is coincidental. I'm actually originally from Montesano. So, but I'm going to pull him up on the show, and we'll get to know the Red Goat a little bit, and then we'll bring on Kevin from IT a little bit later. So, you ready, Red Goat? Prepare yourself. You are now entering the scrapyard, kicking it with Chicken. Boom! There he is. How you doing?
Howdy.
The Red Goat himself.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, it's a pleasure, man. I thought your video was pretty neat. I saw that call out, and it had a real. I seen what you were going for there. It had a real inspirational vibe to it, and a little bit of Rocky, couple other movie references in there. But so how did you find out about the scrapyard, man?
Well, I just came across it on YouTube, and I've been watching those fights for a while. First the ones back east, and then the one I just recently found out there was one actually located near here, and started watching those fights, and that's how this whole thing came to be, just from sitting around watching the fights with the kids, and then the kids saying, "Oh, Dad, all you can do is sit there on the couch and eat wings dipped in ranch. You can't get up there and do that." And I said, "The hell I can't. Watch this."
Hell yes. Hell yes, you can. See what happens when you believe in yourself?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. And so Kevin from IT, how did that one become a thing?
Well, I saw his fight with Solo. I watch it. As unorthodox as a fighter Solo was, I was very impressed with Kevin from IT's Taekwondo, and I looked into him. I got onto his page, and I found out that we're the same age. We're both Army veterans. We had a lot in common. And then when he fought the boar, there was this controversy about him being old and the boar being young. And I thought, well, that's fucking bullshit. We're the same age. We'll throw down. And I got a boar on my shirt.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
I bear hunt in Idaho.
Do you?
But yeah, I tagged 2 bears in the last 5 years.
Nice, man.
Mm-hmm.
You live in Elma your whole life?
I've lived in Elma I live in Montesano now. Oh. But see, you could take the boy out of Elma, but you can't take the Elma out of the boy. That's why I live on Elma Street in Monty.
Nice. Mm-hmm. I grew up near Twin Bridges.
Cool.
Lived in Washington, Montesano, Grace Harbor my whole life. But yeah, born, raised, school there. It wasn't until I got out of I went to Grace Harbor College and got a degree in welding, and I got a job up in Bremerton for the federal government, and we moved up to Gig Harbor, and That's how I got out of Grace Harbor. But
Sweet.
yeah. So tell me about this training regimen that you went through. How long did it roughly take you to get in the type of shape that you're in now?
I started training on November 1st. And yeah, I posted a video about it today. I weighed 251 on November 1st. I weighed it, and we were going to fight at 205, and I'm 205 today. But I didn't start. I just started, on the elliptical, trying to drop the weight down, and then I intensified my training to include fight training about a month and a half ago.
Do you have any experience in fighting at all?
The majority, well, I'm from Elma. The majority of my training is as a grappler. And I wrestled from the time I was 8 years old until 8th grade. And at that point I had to choose, and I chose basketball. I did still wrestle for 2 more years freestyle before I stopped wrestling. And then back in about 04 to 06, I was doing contract work in Afghanistan and Kosovo. And in between contracts, I lived in Clarksville, Tennessee. So I trained when I was home in between contracts for months at a time. And I'd say altogether, I probably had about 6 to 9 months of training off and on throughout that time period. I trained there 3 days a week, BJJ, 2 days a week, Muay Thai, while I was home. And I trained with Team Havoc. I used to roll with Jonathan Ivey, John the Saint Rankin, Lance Patrick. Jen Rankin taught me how to kickbox.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I started out as a grappler. It wasn't until I kind of got moved up here and met my boxing coach, and then I got into boxing. But yeah, grappling was always my passion too. I never wrestled, but I got into BJJ probably when I was about 20, 21 years old. And then I actually coached a wrestling team about, I don't know, probably five years ago was the last time I did it. I coached for 5 years. So yeah, that's why I do those grappling matches every month. I love doing them. But I'm gonna bring up Kevin from IT, and I'll ask you guys some questions. And from my understanding, you guys have actually been talking back and forth a little bit. So, all right, Kevin, are you ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Kevin, he's ready. I know he's ready. Yeah, there he is. Okay, let's see if I can change.
Okay, so let me know if there's an echo.
He's ready. I know he's ready. Yeah, there he is. I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. That looks better. No echo. You're good. Welcome.
Yeah, we got a bit of a delay
Kevin.
over here.
I love your backdrop. I love it. So here we are. We got the two fighters
Thanks.
together.
I just found it somewhere,
Yeah. Yeah. They sell them at all. They sell them at all the local swap meets. Easy to find.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Man down.
What's going on?
I bumped my thingy.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Okay. So you guys have kind of agreed to a fight now, right? Have you decided on a date? Oh, I can hear feedback.
Oh yeah.
Turn your
March,
volume,
right, Red Goat.
turn your volume. Turn the volume off for the audio. You hear Kevin?
Me?
Yeah, you're delayed. I can hear.
Okay,
I can
hold
hear the
on.
audio.
Why is it all fucked up?
Yeah, you're delayed. I can hear.
You would think I was from Kevin from IT. Hold on.
You want me to get somebody from IT to help you?
You would think I was from Kevin from IT. Hold on.
You want me to get somebody from IT to help you? Are you, Kevin? Are you watching us on YouTube or are you watching us on StreamYard?
All right, I'll be right back.
Kevin, are you watching us on YouTube or are you watching us on StreamYard?
I'm on StreamYard on my phone.
Okay, it's taken a long time to get back. So
I'm on StreamYard on my phone. All right, I'm gonna leave and come back.
okay. All right. He needs to get his technical issues figured out. So yeah. Anyway. So you're in Montesano, huh?
I am
Man,
now.
I don't get out there a whole lot anymore. Maybe I try to get out there once a month, but it seems like Elma's, getting a little bit more modern.
Yeah,
as
well,
I
my
go by.
farm's up in Matlock, towards Matlock, up by Shaver State Park. So
Oh, okay.
modernity is yet to hit up there.
Yeah, for sure. So JB asks the question: when are these commercials ads being shown? They're not really ads. JB's one of our boxers. I also grappled him a couple months ago. So what they are is, since I have the StreamYard app I can use now, if you guys make little commercials, it's kind of like free advertising for our fighters. I can hit a button and then, so like if I want to run to the bathroom really quick, I'll play like your guys' commercial video and then I'll come back. But if you watch like Heart in the Fight or Overtime Hustling, they do that stuff all the time. So all right, I'm going to bring Kevin back, and hopefully he's got this. He's got thumbs up. Fingers crossed. Okay, looks like it's working out now. Are we better?
I think so.
Oh,
Are
yeah,
we?
there we go.
Okay.
It was taking you like 10 seconds to respond when I asked a question before. So
It's the age. It's the age.
Okay.
Yeah. But then also, I don't know what I'm doing with computers and stuff. So
Yeah. Okay. That seems like it's kind of goes against your name, but whatever. So have you guys decided on a date for this or?
Well, whenever the March fight is, right?
March.
Red Goat?
Look.
March.
Gonna be March is March 26th, so it's the same as this month. Yeah.
March 26th it is.
March 26th is the date.
Kevin from IT getting knocked spark out.
That's adorable. I love your fro, bro.
Thanks, man.
Oh man, you guys are awesome.
So I have a concern though.
What's that?
I have a concern. After 6 kids, is he finally going to figure out how to pull out of the fight?
Hopefully not.
That's a good
Hopefully not.
That's a good question.
He seems like he's pretty invested in this.
I never pull out. I never pull out. Ask Jake Paul's girlfriend.
Oh, did you hear that, Jake Paul? I know you're watching us, so which brings me to my next point. I want to call out a YouTuber. No, I'm not going to call out Jake Paul. No, I'm not going to call out Logan Paul. I'm going to call out you, Mr. Beast, probably because you can't fight and you have a ton of subscribers. So fight me, Mr. Beast.
Fight him.
He's got almost 100 million subscribers. So
did the Red Goat say he lives on Elmo Street?
Elm Street.
Yeah.
Not Elmo. I'm pretty sure it was Elmo Street. The little red guy?
He says he's in your dreams.
I do live on Elmo Street, but it's going to take more than your teeps to tickle me.
I'm not planning on any tickles.
Mhm.
Better be careful, Kevin. His name's literally the GOAT. So
true. But as we know with names, I mean, I'm not exactly supporting my names. So
Control-Alt-Delete. You use that one a lot.
I got that from Russ Coffroth. Yeah.
Yeah. Danger Russ. So, okay, we've figured out the date, and the date is March 26th.
Okay.
What type of match is this going to be?
He asked for kickboxing, right?
Yeah.
Kickboxing?
Yeah, I would love to do MMA, but I had a complete shoulder reconstructive surgery in 2018, and
Aw.
I don't feel confident doing MMA.
Yeah,
Kickboxing, I feel much better about. It's not where my training lies, but hey, I've done it
Ye-
before a little bit, so I still want to throw down. So let's do it. Kickboxing.
perfect.
I dislocated Solo's shoulder in our match, right?
I saw that.
I thought
I
the
saw
wall
that.
dislocated his shoulder.
Well, after he swung at me and I threw him into it.
Okay, it was like 50% you, 50% the wall.
Hey, a lot of people are saying, many people are talking about it. It was some judo kind of moves. No one's really sure.
Well, you know what? No, Solo's so unorthodox. It might have been himself that put himself in the wall. And I mean, shout out Solo. Dude got some crazy moves. I almost want to make a playlist of his moves. The no looky punch,
Oh, do it.
the spinning back, dude. Oh,
Well,
yeah,
historically, if he's doing something on purpose, he yells, "Yeah!"
yeah.
Like,
What about the sizing up the groin shot and then winding up, bang? Sorry,
and then it's
Scorpio.
celebrating afterwards.
So Scorpio's bragging that he broke Solo's ribs. Man,
Well, yeah, I mean, Scorpio's like what, 400 pounds?
hey,
Not.
325 now.
Okay, well, I'm like 205.
So I wouldn't say too much stuff toward him because like I could put you guys together after this matchup.
Me and Scorpio?
Yeah,
You never know.
you never know. Yeah. So let me see what else I got for you. I wrote a couple things out here. How about you, Kevin? How's your motivation been to train since this whole thing kind of kicked off? Did it kind of light a spark or?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I didn't have any training before my fight with DeBoer. Kind of took that on short notice. You asked me to come out just to be there, and then like on Thursday or whatever, you're like, "You want to fight?" And I was like, "Oh, I guess I'm gonna be there. Might as well,
Yeah.
But I hadn't trained since my fight with Solo for that, so not my best showing, that's for sure.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you got
someone
out there
said
and did it,
Kittitas
man.
County. That's it. That's what's up.
Yep. Whoop, whoop.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna train hard for this. He's worked really hard. Red Ghost really ripped himself and lost weight, and Lester.
I don't
Is his
know.
brother gay?
Oh, jeez. I just
But
had
yeah.
to post it.
No, I'm training every day now.
That's awesome. So, I mean, with
Good,
Red
good.
Goat,
Keep it up, man. Because I don't want anything less than your best. Bring your best. Man.
likewise.
I want it all. I want it all. Don't hold back. Bring it all.
Red
Dang.
Goat wants all the smoke.
Mhm.
Yes. All the Samki.
All the Somke. Yeah, there we go. I'll say it right now.
I keep getting with Cedric's name wrong. I don't
Yeah.
know why. I get those two letters mixed up. It's not right. My apologies.
Oh, jeez. So Red Goat, is this something that you just kind of want to be a one and done, like a bucket list item, or is it something that you want to maybe eventually do another one, or what?
Well, I mean, we'll see how it goes with Kevin from IT. But I didn't wear a bear on my shirt for nothing. Bear season may come early this year.
Ooh, snake season. I got the snake too. Oh, it's over here. So I'm representing Cobra Kai tonight
Oh,
and Sasquatch.
Daniel LaRusso sucks.
He's the real bad guy from the Karate Kid.
Right?
In my opinion, he is.
This
the real
is one
bad guy.
area where Kevin and IT can completely agree on.
I will honestly say though that Cobra Kai is a great thing. That they went back they took all these characters, started a show, lots of nostalgia, lots of backstory. It's making people want to go back and watch these old episodes or these old movies just to get kind of caught up on what happened back then. Only thing is we're missing is Mr. Miyagi, R.I.P.
Yeah. He didn't actually know any karate either, so I mean, there's that.
Yeah.
But
Movies.
also, what blows my mind is how they brought Johnny's sensei back, and he looks the fucking same as he did
Kreese.
in the original movie.
He does, yeah. He's a
I
vampire.
think he's a vampire.
Ooh, see? We agree. Right on, guys. So I'm gonna move on to the next set of guests. It's been a pleasure having you guys on the show. I hope to see more of these back and forth videos. You guys want to post? If you guys want to post them on your personal YouTube channels, I will share them in the community tab of our YouTube channel. That's Red Goat. That's actually why your video started picking up so much traction. Your initial one, I watched it. I thought it was great. It had a few views. I shared it and I watched the views start to skyrocket. And now I notice people are watching your other videos too. So, hey, maybe your little acting segments can.
I put a new one out today.
I already watched it. I already
Mhm.
watched it.
Apparently, he's got nothing to do on that farm except for make videos, but
Hey,
I'll try to make another response.
You guys talk shit back and forth now, Kevin, but before you know it, you'll be cow tipping with the Red Goat in no time.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
he
gonna
actually
saw
had a
you up
farm.
like an alder tree. I'm gonna dig you down like a post hole.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna plant you like an apple tree. I'm gonna pick you like a pear.
Don't be
Okay,
planting
Johnny
I'm
Appleseed.
gonna
Don't
He's
be
actually
planting
more
no
to this.
seeds, Kevin. Please.
Weird.
We don't need any-
I'm gonna show you what we do to folks, the city folks down here in Satsupp. You know what I'm saying?
You think you're a city folk?
He doesn't even have a farm. He has an orchard.
Yeah.
He's got trees.
Oh, so we aren't cow tipping. We'll find other people's
Yeah,
cows.
I guess we'll tree tip. I don't know. I always tip though, at least 25%.
I like to tip the cows all the percent though, at least 90. Okay, I'm done. You guys are making me come up with corny jokes, and I don't want to do that anymore. I can already see the viewership going like, ew. All right, guys.
Aaron and Tanner, nobody touches the prima donna till the tournament.
Oh yeah, Aaron wants to
Cobra
fight
Kai
too.
right there.
Right, Aaron? Was it Aaron wants to fight or is it Tanner?
I don't know.
I don't know if he wants to, but I can guarantee you nobody wants him to.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on the show. Maybe before March, I'll have you guys on again. We can do this again. So peace out. Oh, those guys are great. I'm just gonna keep feeding into this, guys. Like, I'll keep giving you guys updates on this back and forth thing and their training regimens. I posted on here the Red Goats training video. You know what? I'm gonna say this. Even though it is comedy and it is it is very what's the word I'm looking for? It's entertaining. It's also inspirational because the Red Goat did get off the couch, get into shape, and he is getting ready to fight. And it just shows you that anybody can do it. So it's awesome. It's awesome these guys are wanting to come out. And at the scrapyard, we've created a place for people to come out and do this kind of stuff. So now I got some more guests coming on later. My next guest is actually in the waiting room. I see him down there in his dungeon. So I'm going to play a short little commercial for one of our scrapyard fighters, and then we'll get to our next guest. Let's see if I can find it here. All right.
Hey, it's your boy Monkey. What it do? I just wanted to let y'all know I got some new shirts coming out. We're collabing with Zool, so you already know it's going to be some good stuff. Stay tuned.
Okay, so that's an example of the types of commercials and stuff that street beast fighters, scrapyard fighters can actually put on the that I can put on this Kicking It with Chicken. So if you guys like that kind of stuff and you're a fighter, maybe you just want to get me some video, and if I got time, I'll try to edit one together for you. I made that one for Monkey. It took me a little bit of time. I put the monkeys pointing at each other. I put the background in there with the scrapyard, and I put all that stuff in there. I even put Buddy V's Zuel intro in there too, because it's collaboration with Buddy V. Buddy V or any of my other fighters in the group, if you guys have some experience with any type of video making, Real Lion, Buddy V, if you guys want to help some of the other fighters out, like make short little segmented videos for me to put on here, I would love that. It would be very, very good. I would love to help everybody out. Unfortunately, it is very time consuming with my current schedule and everything. So just make sure when you do it, don't put any copyrighted music on there, and that should be good. So I don't want to get my videos banned off Facebook just because of that. Okay, so this next guest needs no introduction. You will immediately recognize him as soon as he comes on the screen, and he's actually had the pleasure of fighting in the scrapyard. It was awesome meeting him. I present to you Shinigami.
Shout out Rachel. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Doing better now, I'll tell you that.
It's good to hear, man. It's good to hear.
How you been?
I've been good. I've been busy. As you know, like I'm pretty preoccupied with the scrapyard and doing all this stuff. I enjoy the hell out of it, I'll tell you that. So, yeah. What about you, man? I haven't seen you in the ring lately.
So I don't know if you heard, but back in like October, my car got stolen with all my gear in it.
Yes, I believe I shared.
Yeah.
I shared the thing that you posted there. Yeah.
So I did get another car, but I wasn't able to replace my gear until recently when I just said screw it and put it on a credit card because I had to have gear. So training has been kind of rough and spotty and mostly jiu-jitsu. So the one thing I wanted to work on was boxing, and I haven't really had a chance to do it yet. I hit up my old boxing coach, but he's been a little busy. He did point me in the direction of a good boxing gym in Lancaster. And the week I started going there, I threw my back out. So I just got off of like a week and a half of laying on my side. But definitely back at it. Definitely trying to come back, and I'm really trying to get in on that invasion going up there with the rest of the West Coast squad.
I was actually going to bring that up, believe it or not. It's just so obvious that I would bring it up. So, yeah, like obviously, if the West Coast is going to come up, I was thinking like Shinigami's got to come up. That would be awesome. And we could, obviously, if you're coming up to fight, I can find you somebody that is going to be a pre-planned fight, just like any of the other West Coast fighters. So I think that it would be a pretty cool thing. It ain't gonna be Nerd Rage again, I can tell you that. He's moved up to wanting to go pro, and he's actually training with the Terrifier a lot now. So
you know what? I'm fine with that. He outclassed the crap out of me. No shame in it. I wasn't expecting him to be that good.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I would have chosen anybody else anyway, but you know what? Part of that was also me rushing back into fighting too soon after getting COVID and not having really adequate prep time and thinking all the training I did before COVID was going to kick in, even though I'm not trying to make excuses or take anything away from Nerd Rage. He kicked the crap out of me, and if I would have kept fighting, I would have gotten seriously hurt. That's why I stopped, because my body wasn't keeping up with where I needed to be because of all that stuff, and I got in there and like an idiot too soon. and picked the toughest guy in the weight class.
You did. You absolutely did. So just so the fans know, I gave him options on who to pick, and he picked the absolute toughest guy we had. And I was like, you do know that he's like our toughest guy? And he was like, yeah, I just want to test myself. And that shows a real fighter characteristic that is not common amongst everybody. The need to want to test yourself against the toughest opponent out there. A lot of people come out and they want an easy win, or they want to pick somebody that they know that they're going to beat. But no, you did the opposite of that. And I honestly believe that when you get in there with somebody that is experienced like that, it kind of shows you like it shows like this is a spot that I need to get better at, and it will actually not motivate you, but push you in the direction to evolve yourself as a fighter.
Yeah, definitely. Between that and the couple of fights I had after that, definitely really wasn't even so much it exposed the weakness that I didn't know I had. It just really drove home the fact that there's levels, and I'm now fighting guys that I'm at a level where I can't just work around their boxing skills anymore without having some of my own.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I kind of always was able to kind of skirt by on. Either with just keeping it at kicking range or closing the distance and grappling them up, like at those tournaments I used to do and everything, or even like when I fought, Street Bender, I kind of weathered that storm a little bit, and then worked more grappling, standing and on the ground with him, than just trying to strike with him. And then I come, get you Nerd Rage and Nasty Native, man.
You had the kitchen sink thrown at you 3 times. I'm just gonna say that.
I asked for the kitchen sink to be thrown at me 3 times, but you know what I should have done is I should have just, because the striking Viking match was the one that I had signed up for first.
Mm-hmm.
I should have just focused on that. But I just, you know what? I don't have a manager. I'm managing myself, and I'm kind of just like I just like to compete, and I was bummed about getting COVID and a little dissatisfied with my karate tournament performance because I didn't really. I learned a lot of things at the second half of last year. I'll put it that way. So you got to train for what you're doing, and you really got to train for what you're doing if you're going to do something. And going back to that is not the same. It's just not going to be the same. You think you can go back to it, but when you're used to different rules and not having to hold back anymore, and then you try to go do that, and it's a different game. Like. You get used to them not stopping it just because somebody hit you once and scored a point. Kind of changes things. So
it is a completely separate deal there. Would you say that you learned some stuff from your last few matches though?
Yeah, I definitely did. I think part of what I learned is I definitely need to be in the right, like, sometimes you can shove away what's going on outside the ring and outside this gym and stuff to an extent, but then certain things go on and it kind of just affects your mental state. And I kind of thought I could just leave all that outside the cage, and just certain things were screwing with me by the time I got the striking Viking. And that's not to say the striking Viking didn't knock the crap out of me. Once we got stood back up, and he caught me with a good one. I think it was the first person to ever leave a bruise on me in Street Beast, on my face. It was a really weird bruise too. It was like a little spot.
Oh wow!
It was the weirdest bruise I ever had. It was so like pinpoint. Like somehow I managed to not get knocked out like everybody else he's cracked with that right hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. I definitely learned that. I got to make sure everything's lined up right. I got to make sure I have enough time and focus on, one fight at a time, and give myself that training time between fights, and just make sure I've got everything, good before I agree to go fight. Which now I think I'm getting back to that spot. I've got my head kind of clear. Some things pop up in life, like I just had a friend pass away unexpectedly last month. But even that, I'm starting to kind of, get to that acceptance point and be able to push forward, because I know he'd want me to do that. And it's kind of funny. The dude, it's kind of part of the problem having friends that are older than you. But the dude always loved watching my fights, whether it was a karate tournament or street beefs. And if I told him I was going to go do something, the first thing he would always say to me was, "Kick him in the head." So, I gotta carry on that legacy.
Yeah. So somebody just brought up just brought up a potential matchup for you, and it was
Scorpio. I saw that.
Scorpio. Yeah. Man, Scorpio's kind of I think he's on a 3-fight win streak. So that guy's got a solid chin and he can kick high. So I'm just throwing stuff out there, but Terrifier says, "I'll beat up Nasty Native for you, Shinigami. I'll get revenge for you."
It's not how you spell senpai, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, you know who I really want to fight up there, the Destroyer.
I do know that. Now I'm going to have to get a hold of him. He doesn't have a Facebook anymore. Some of these guys, they get they close their Facebook accounts and it is difficult for me to get a hold of. So I will definitely try to get a hold of the Destroyer again, because I think that would be a great match.
Yeah, that'd definitely be a good one for the fans. And I'm definitely looking forward to getting in there and fighting again. And that'll probably actually be my next fight. I was supposed to do an immediate rematch with Striking Viking, but I hit him up today before hitting up Face to set the rematch up. Now that I'm going to be, able to train boxing pretty much every day, and he's got a lot going on. Just taking care of life stuff.
Who is that?
Striking Viking.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, okay.
So that was supposed to be my immediate rematch kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna have to talk to Face about make sure it's cool that I go fight before. I mean, I know it'll be cool with it. I just want to run it by him first. But since that was supposed to be an immediate rematch, I'll let him know that I talked to Striking Viking, which is something I learned when I hit up Face for the Big Smile rematch that was supposed to happen, and he told me to hit up Big Smile first, because he hadn't talked to Big Smile in a while, and yeah. So in fact, I was just talking to Striking Viking about an hour and a half ago before coming on here. So I should definitely be a lot more solid too by then, with the boxing, because that gives me about 3 good months of training. So I'm definitely looking forward to my comeback.
Yeah. So when would you think that one would take place?
I know he's trying to buy a house, so he's working a lot of hours. Him and his wife trying to make sure they have the money for the down, to get their first house, to own their first house. So I don't know when I'm going to be rematching him, but like I said, I know the Scrapyard Invasion, everyone wants to do it in May. So that'll probably be, like I said, my next fight. So
have you heard from anybody that is considering coming up to the Invasion? I've heard some names. Wedo is wanting to come up. I'm hoping Martin and Alex both come up. 619 is supposed to fight Real Lion.
Yeah, pretty much as far as I know, it's like pretty much the whole squad that went to the OG yard wants to go up to the scrap yard. So that would be 619, Wedo. I think J-Dub might try to go. I don't know if you have a chick for her to fight.
Oh wait, who?
J-Dub, she fought somebody at the OG Invasion. But she just does boxing in Street Beefs.
Well, I've got somebody that has been wanting to come out and fight, but it's hard for us to find female opponents. She went to the last event, and that could be a potential matchup. So if we start talking about things like that, we can get it all set up ahead of time and make that a possibility.
I think Mustache. So pretty much, I think the rest of the squad was like Mustache, Free Smoke, definitely, obviously Nasty Native, probably.
What's your light heavyweight champion in MMA's name?
We don't have one yet.
What's his name? Duve.
Oh wait, was it Duva? Did he get the strap?
I don't know if he did, but we were talking about him versus Jay Gotham.
That would be a sick fight.
Yes.
I don't know if we've actually given the belt for light heavyweight in MMA, but Duva is definitely at the top of the list for that belt.
Cool.
If we haven't yet, I don't know. I'll have to hit him up and see if he's but yeah, he was definitely on the OG Invasion squad too. So yeah, Duva.
Walk Lobster, is he gonna come up?
Yeah, I think like I said, everybody wants to go from
wanna-
that and then some.
I want to grapple Walk Lobster.
Oh, dude, he's a he's a tough cookie at grappling.
Oh, I bet. That's great.
Yeah. Well, he's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's been a purple belt for a while. So
Nice.
he's definitely. I mean, I just got my purple belt a few months ago, or a couple months ago, yeah, even I have a hard time rolling with them. Although usually when I roll with them, it's after I've done like rounds with some other people against Storm Rider. Against
Now listen, Som K. No, absolutely not. If that's going to happen, that's going to be a freaking MMA match. That one's going to be MMA. I said I will not put my MMA gloves back on unless I had a reason to, and that one is the reason to put my MMA gloves back on.
Storm Rider, huh?
Yeah. We got into it a while back. I just didn't like how. Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to get into it, but
you know what? You don't even have to get into it. I get it. Believe me.
yeah.
I see how he acts on Facebook, so I get it. Trust me, I get it. Everything's a 20-paragraph long dissertation, and it's kind of comes across as holier than thou at the same time, and it is a little annoying.
Yeah.
So you don't need to get into it. I can only imagine. It's funny because he ain't like that in real life. He's a chill dude. But then again, I think when he's hanging out with everybody, he's pretty,
And you know what? You guys got to come back up, and we got to do a little bit of an after party like we did last time. I got to say that after party was probably the best after party we've had after fights ever, because there we got in there and did some sparring and stuff, and it was fun.
Yeah, with the whole Invasion squad coming up, after party's going to be wild. Because everybody in the West Coast is all about the after party, apparently. I have yet to be able to stick around from start to finish for one because I'm always doing other stuff. But that's because I every time I'm over in Vegas for the after party, I'm also like, I'm in Vegas. I'm going to go do Vegas stuff while I'm here.
Right, yeah.
So... And then, it's just, everyone's out there. It's all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. But, yeah, man, definitely looking forward to coming up there and, being out there with the squad. Although I don't I appreciate the sentiment, Terrifier. I got to tell you, though, I don't know if revenge is the word, but I definitely think I'll be getting I can try to get my own comeback with Nasty Native eventually. I'm probably going to be in his corner. I know he'll be I know he's going to be my corner man at the Invasion because he was my corner man at the last one. We're actually really good friends. It was part of. I had a little bit of a hard time turning that off too. I thought I did. I could do it. I thought I was in the right spot to do it, and then I had a little bit of a panic because my coach didn't tell me until like 8 in the morning the day of the fight that he couldn't make it to Vegas. So I had a few things there, and I was like, I'm in here to fight. He's my boy.
Yeah.
I'm here to fight. And then, I don't know, after he knocked me for a good one, that was weird. That's for me, that's one of the most interesting fights of mine to go back and rewatch. Simply because at the beginning, I felt like I was in the Matrix because I was dodging everything. And then I missed a huge opportunity to capitalize because I got too out of range while I was pulling a Neo. Yeah. And then I circled into the cage because it's kind of that square. I mean, Icy Mike was right. I didn't really when he said corners kill karate, I was like, nah. But then with an actual barrier, sometimes it kind of can when it's two big dudes in a 14 by 14 cage. So
right. Also with the square cage that the West Coast has, it's got to be even worse when you get stuck in a corner, because with ours, it's a hexagon, so the angle of the corner is, I'm not exactly sure what the angle is, but it's wider open than a 90-degree corner in a square. So I feel like it's easier to get out of our cages. So maybe for somebody that's more of a distance fighter, you can kind of circle around a little bit easier. Whereas the West Coast cage, it's like, nope, you get stuck in a corner, you're stuck.
Yeah, usually when I'm dealing with strikers in like a normal cage, like a octagon or hexagon, I like, in class and stuff, gyms I've trained at, usually I don't have any problem keeping my back off the cage. Like I'll be back towards the cage, but I can circle around and never end up in a corner because it's got that shape. So, that definitely is a game changer.
How big is the West Coast sandbox cage?
I think it's like 14 by 14 or something like that. It's small.
That's like our
it might be a little bigger than that. It's bigger than it looks. I don't know the exact dimensions, but I know it's pretty small and it's square. So you really run into corners real easy. That's actually why I wanted to do my Big Smile rematch when he was supposed to come out here to California over in Ojai in Barefoot Farmer's little hexagonal cage. Because I was like, yeah, I don't like I like that square man.
I got you right here, man. Look.
Yeah, I see that. My bad for not mentioning it, but yeah, man, I appreciate it being like in plain sight there, man. Sick, dude. Now one of like 6 or 7 in existence.
Limited edition.
Super limited edition.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can read Stormrider's name without hearing the voice in the intro like that. Like Stormrider.
He's you know what? He's definitely got a presence to him, in those fights. It's just a lot of the little things that he does. Like I want to say, like after he lost to, was it WA maybe? Like he was walking by him and he it sounded like he hissed at him. Like he went, and I swear that's what I thought he did.
No, I think he was blowing air out of his nose. He wasn't actually hissing, but oh man, Street Beast West Coast 1 was so wild, dude. I just wish that the camera guy had been on the other side of Wade where I was standing, because in the video it looks like he caught him with the hook. No, he caught him just elbow, just pinpoint right. It was so beautiful. It was the prettiest elbow I've ever seen in my life. It was kind of like an anime moment too, because he didn't Wade just kind of stood there and just bang.
Yeah.
Oh man,
dude,
it was wild.
Wade he's a freaking monster, man. That guy's got some Muay Thai. Jeez.
Oh yeah, I love sparring with him, man. He's got excellent pressure and excellent control. So every time I work with him, I feel like I come out of it with a lot of new just understanding of that pocket fighting that I didn't normally have before. He got me with a pretty good sweep the last time I sparred with him too. It was pretty great. It was also the first time I sparred with him with actual boxing gloves on instead of my little safety MMA gloves. So I went to try to hip toss him, but I couldn't get that grip like I normally do, because that's usually what happens. He'll sweep me, then I'll get up and then I'll hip toss him. I couldn't get that grip, so it was just back to kickboxing. It was great though, man. Anytime, and he was on the invasion squad too. So if he comes up, I believe he wants to too. Like I said, I think it's the whole invasion squad wants to come up, plus a few other people who didn't get to go to that. I know Golden Arms wants to go back.
What's his name wants to fight? Canadian, Hitman.
Oh yeah, Hitman. Yeah. That'll be interesting.
That will be. And I mean, Canadian, he's had some real challenges here in the last few matchups that he's had. But he's also had, like what we were talking about earlier with you, and having kind of stacked competition. His last few opponents have all been, top level opponents. So it's I guess that's what happens when you get to the top. You're going to be fighting the top.
Yeah, but you know what? It's also kind of a good thing. Like for me, going through what I went through with the last couple of guys, like Nerd Rage and not so much Striking Viking, but Nerd Rage and Nasty Native, because both of those guys have done sanctioned fights, and they're both at a certain level to where if I'm going to go pro, I have to be able to either beat them or at least drag it to a decision, because that means I can at least hang.
Yeah.
So that changed my time frame for sure, because I could have dropped the rest of the weight and been like hit up the guy who from Fury FC who offered me a fight, but like I said, I definitely learned where I'm at and where I need to work on and what kind of fights and wins I need to get before I can take that offer. Definitely working on the weight again too, because the last month and a half has been a series of carb heavy cheat meals.
Yeah, man. My kryptonite is also food. The things that taste really good aren't very good for you, and I like those things. And
Yep.
a lot of times I'm just trying to stay in shape just to stay in shape. I don't have fights lined up, so I don't have the motivation to continuously train and go against people. I do want to fight on the invasion, but I think that the couple people that I mentioned or whatever aren't really interested in it, which is kind of a letdown. But
Yeah, Storm Rider, I think, really wants to fight me again before he fights anybody else. So, I mean,
okay.
You know what? I'm still around, so I'll probably give him that rematch. He wants it that bad. Why not?
Yeah, I hear you, man. I'm wondering who we're going to give to Wade. I liked watching his match against A Train over there in Virginia. That was a
a banger
match to watch. But you got to see what I was trying to avoid with A Train. That match right there. The way that I prepared for A Train was I did not want to get in the situation. I didn't want to get put in the place that Italian Tyson got put in, and that's where you become overly aggressive trying to hunt for something on A Train, and then he just picks you apart. And I didn't want to do that, so I tried to stay nice and technical with A Train, and tried to just go tit for tat. I wasn't wanting to do 4 rounds. He really pushed for that. He wanted to do actually like 4 4-minute rounds or something. And I was like, Street Beast fights are 3 2-minute rounds. Like that's what I want to do. I'm not the type of fighter that goes the distance generally. And I felt like I hung with A Train pretty good.
You did.
Especially the first couple rounds. I started to get tired in like the third, like towards the end of the third round, and then the fourth round I was pretty tired, but I definitely wanted to make it all 4 rounds with A Train. That was my goal, and I wanted to go in there against a professional fighter and show that I could go hit for hit with him and block and bring it back and block and bring it back and block and move. And people were like, "Oh man, that was a sparring match." Actually, no, it wasn't, because what we were doing is both of us like to counterpunch, and we were basically doing that to each other. Neither of us wanted to take that big risk and leave ourselves open. He doesn't like to do that because then it leaves him open. He reacts based on someone else's reaction, and I wasn't going to give him that. In fact, the first round I didn't really want to give him that at all. So it was the second round that I really kind of stepped up and went toward him. But it was a cool experience. I'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's one of the few boxing matches, not just in Street Beast, but ever, that I've watched like 3 or 4 times. It was a good one. That was a good one. I was like, damn, dude, he hung in there good.
You know what? I've been friends, I guess, kind of acquaintances with A Train for years. Obviously because of his fights, but I always talk back and forth with him just a little bit. And he posted right before we were coming to Virginia and said, "Hey, I want to fight. Just a random post like, I want to get back in the ring. And I was like, I didn't really have an opponent. And I was like, I'll do it. Knowing full and well that this guy has never really been close to getting beat in street beefs. And I was like, you know what? I'll do it. The worst that's going to happen is he's going to beat me, and I'll learn something from it. But I'm glad I took it, and shout out to A-Train for taking that match. So lights out. You can DM me. My Pollo de Fuego account is the one that actually people might be DMing me on.
Yeah, I DM'd you on your like regular account because I was having some technical difficulties, but it didn't really matter because that other thing, the Kevin from IT and the Red the Goat segment went long enough. It didn't matter. So basically what happened was I tried to click the link, then my computer lagged, so I had to turn it off manually. Mm-hmm. And when I turned it back on, it was updating, and it took like 20 minutes. I was like,
oh, you were fine, man, because I already had it scheduled. Like, I'm going to go over my news, and then I'm going to have the Red Goat and Kevin from IT on, and then I'll have Shinigami on. And I didn't actually plan on having you on until after, like, you didn't have to jump in there. You were fine. So don't worry about that. So if you guys are wanting to come live right now after I get off with Shinigami, you can comment on like the Facebook groups. I think there's a live going on Facebook right now of this, because we're actually got a bigger audience than we normally do, because we do have the people on the Scrapyard GoPro, and then the actual Facebook group too. And I think what I'll do is I'll talk to Martin and Alex, and I'll try to link it to the West Coast when we start doing the West Coast interaction, because I know Heart in the Fight's really going to want to jump on that and do a lot of promos. We got Scrap Talk every other week. So next week is a Scrap Talk week. And we will have guests, Real Lion, and who was our other guest that was going to be on there? Terrifier. We're going to have both of them on as guests. And then as we go on, we're going to have more and more guests with Scrap Talk. So shout out to Heart in the Fight for doing that kind of stuff. I got to say, like, their production is just top notch. Like, you guys, I know they're primarily focused around the West Coast because they're in the West Coast. So you guys are really lucky to have a group like that are, there for you.
So it's funny you should mention that, because in the Invasion group chat, Daniel's nickname is set to the Wizard because of just how good he is at cutting all those promos together and doing all that stuff. The man is amazing when it comes to that. So definitely earned the name the Wizard for sure.
I hope that he can make it up, or those guys can make it up also for the Invasion. I know that it's not easy for everybody to make it up, especially with a newborn, but
he made it across the country for the OG Yard Invasion while his wife was pretty close.
Yeah, and he did a great job covering that whole date, like the behind the scenes kind of stuff. That was really cool to watch. It's been great watching Heart in the Fight come from absolutely 0 subscribers to where they are now, and being such a big part of Street Beefs.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's crazy. And yeah, you know what, though, the way, if things go the way they're supposed to, because I don't know how you guys did it when you invaded the OG Yard, but the West Coast squad is kind of interesting. They'll sit there and, obviously I don't really talk a lot of smack ever, but the rest of them all like sit here and talk smack, and while mostly it's in good fun, sometimes it gets a little heated. And then everybody kind of just, all of a sudden, we're just the West Coast squad going to the OG Yard, and everybody was just vibing. It was wild. So we had it all planned out and coordinated, and there was like 2 Airbnbs, and I think one of the only people who had an actual hotel room to themselves the whole time was Wade, because he didn't want to stay up late with everybody else making noise, and I think he had the right idea.
Everybody kids, keep it down.
Everybody kept me awake, man. They either kept me awake or woke me up. Like when Brick showed up, I was asleep, and told him I was asleep because I could hear it. And I love Bricks, man, but he's one of the more loud, boisterous people in the group. And I know me saying that is going to get Wedo to go shut the hell up, Shinigami, because when you drink, you're the loudest motherfucker I've ever met, ever. So
Yeah.
I already know when he sees this or if he's in the chat, that's going to be his thing. Is Shinigami, you were like right here next to me at Mustache's house at the after party, drinking, getting drunk, and like, hey, everybody. All right, cool.
Hey, so who do you think? What's Mustache's? What's his weight and experience like?
I think he's like in like either 185 or 195. He's like light heavyweight or just like the low end of light heavyweight.
Boxer?
MMA, but he does boxing too. He prefers to do MMA though. I think when if he's coming, he's gonna want an MMA fight.
Okay. Oh yeah, we got people, but I'm looking to match up. I would love to see El Coyote come out too, so I could give him Viking Warrior.
Yeah, that's been the banter. Is I think that's who he's looking forward to fighting, is Viking Warrior.
Cool. Yeah, right on, man. And then I think it was who's your 155 champion for boxing? That's is it? No. We're the guy that we're trying to set up with Golden Hands.
Diesel.
Yeah, Diesel. We're trying to set him up with Golden Hands. So Golden Hands is thinking about making his comeback, and it might be like next month or something. But yeah, so that one might work if
That could be good. Yeah. I mean, I think just about anybody from the West Coast, if they don't have someone in mind or you can't get who they want, I think pretty much all of us are down to fight whoever you put in front of us. But yeah.
Well, I've told other people like, you guys are going to come up, you guys are going to give your weights and experiences, and unless it's like champion versus champion, it's going to be a fair matchup. Like I'm not trying to like offset this thing. There's no like real like, oh man, we got to get like the majority of the wins or whatever. It's nothing like that. It's you guys are coming up and we want to make this enjoyable for you guys too. So
no, I already know it will be because I've already been up there.
Yeah, you do. You know what the environment's like.
It's like every other branch street beefs. It's very welcoming and everyone's really super chill, but it also has its own unique, like, Pacific Northwest, woodsy, by the water kind of vibe.
Yeah.
It's really it's really great. Just don't shut too close to the crap yard and you're good.
Yeah, right. I'm hoping maybe like, you guys come out and maybe some of you can spend a day or two out here and actually experience more of the Pacific Northwest. I'm hoping the weather cooperates with you guys. I can never guarantee it. The last event was absolutely phenomenal on weather. It's always going to be cold for you guys. It doesn't matter if it's 90 degrees out. It's going to probably be cold for you guys. But hopefully the rain is not going to be an issue. And yeah, we can hope.
Yeah. Hopefully I can. There's only like maybe 3 things maybe that could get in the way of me staying for a few days. Is a couple of the things I've applied for work.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's more for you. If you want to go check out the environment.
Well, no, I want to. I really do, though. That's the thing. Like, that's where I'm at right now. Is like I'm trying to get some steady income coming in again, and so I've applied for a few jobs that would be really good, but I know at least 2 of them are going to limit how much time I'm gonna be able to, like, I would have to like leave like the night before, and fortunately it's a short flight up there, like 2 hours, hour and a half.
Yeah.
So I could get away with getting out there at 10 o'clock, checking into some place or crashing with one of the other guys at the, because I know that's what they're gonna do is everyone's trying to already coordinate Airbnbs and stuff. So
you guys can camp in my yard. I don't care. Hey, Jenny, it's been great having you on. I got a couple people waiting in the waiting room, so I got to get them on. But I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to come on the Kicking It with Chicken, and I'm sure the fans loved it too. So
You know what? I appreciate
hope
getting to come on here. Sorry to cut you off. My bad.
Oh, you're cool.
Yeah, no, I appreciate getting to come back on here. It's actually kind of like the first thing I've done, aside from the MMA Underground with Yankee and the Brit week and a half ago,
Okay.
since the holidays, and it's actually kind of good to be. This is probably like the first thing is going to be back towards my regular schedule of filming for YouTube and stuff, since the holidays and everything else. So this is a good place to come back, So
Yep.
thanks again for having me, and it's been an honor, and I look forward to coming back up and seeing everybody. It's gonna be great, and yeah.
Right on, man. Hey, you have a great rest of your night, Shinigami.
You too, man.
Peace out. All righty. I'm going to throw up a short commercial. Actually, I don't even know if I have a commercial. I made a commercial earlier, but let me see if I even got one. I don't really have a commercial, so I'm not going to throw a commercial up. I'm going to get to our next guests. So recently we had a 145-pound boxing champion emerge victorious in the scrapyard. We've watched him come out in the very beginning of his scrapyard career, do any type of fighting. I mean, he's done boxing, MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but we always knew like boxing was what he wanted to do. And lurking in the shadow. Well, no, okay, I can't say that because he's always been here. He's been a big force in the scrapyard. He is a scrapyard OG, and he just couldn't make it out that month. He was actually supposed to get the title shot that month. And now that Lights Out has won the title, we will be having a title fight for the 145-pound boxing championship in the future. And I'm going to bring both these guys on and we're going to talk about it.
Yes, sir.
Booyah! What's going on, guys?
What up? What up?
How's your night going?
Oh, night's pretty good, man. I just left some fights in Auburn. Other than that, I just made it back home. About to, chill for the night.
You get some training in today?
Yeah, I ran daily 5.
Nice. I was working outside all day, and nice thing about having some people that live near me, I just called up Top Knocker and said, "Hey man, you want to come out and get some rounds in?" He's like, "Yep." So he showed up. We got a few rounds in. I showed him some stuff. I would have liked to have gotten out there with Real Lion, but Bremerton wasn't really an option today with all the kids and stuff. So yeah. What about you, Lights Out? You get any training in today?
Yeah, I just been honestly just, warming up my body, my arms. I did a little bit of punching today, a little bit of air boxing today.
Nice.
Other than that, I just been taking it easy. But for the rest of this next coming up month, it's gonna be nothing but hard work, dedication, and no matter what happens, I'm happy I made it this far. You know what I'm saying? And to go against somebody with as much skill and as much, what's that word I'm trying to say? Experience as Turtle has, it's just crazy, and knowing that I came into the scrapyard thinking I was going to only fight once or twice, and now I'm coming in and I'm trying to defend the championship. It's just kind of crazy to me, and like I have much respect between me and Turtle. Me and Turtle talk all the time, so it's much respect,
All love.
Love. But at the end of the day, I'm excited, to get out there again, and to prove myself. Not only can I hang with all the best fighters in there, I can also hold out my own, and enough that I can respect myself and be like, okay, well, you did that, you went in there, you gave it your all, win or lose, you came out, you did your thing.
Real
I
talk.
hear you on that, man. What about you, Turtle? I actually got a chance to check out your gym a couple weeks ago. Had a great time. You got some real talent out there. I'll say that. Jeez.
Thank you, man. We're all shooting to go pro. You know, at the end of sometime this year. Everybody got different goals, but yeah, it's daily training every day over here. It just don't
Yeah.
stop. Our iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens iron. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You guys are on another level with your conditioning. Man, I wasn't ready for that. It just shows me like how many different levels there are to that, you know, when you go out
What's
there
the
and
saying? There's levels to this shit.
there's levels to this shit. Well, you know what? Like,
But
I don't think I'm inexperienced. I think I just don't have the need. So you have a goal, you're trying to go pro, you need to have that condition. You need to be getting those rounds in. But with like me, I don't. It's like why do I need to put my body through that like every day to stay in shape when I don't really have a reason for it? So I try to stay in good enough shape that I can get out there. I can do rounds with people, but I'm not gonna go out there and do like, you know, 3 rounds with one of your pro fighters. That ain't gonna work out too well for me.
yeah,
Um,
my what was it, Thursday? I just did 10 rounds back to back with one of my homies in Seattle, and then we did the same thing last Friday. 3 rounds, 6 rounds is different compared to 10 rounds back to back to back.
oh man, yeah.
It's just that work right there is just something different. He just felt like you ran a marathon at the end of the whole thing, trying to bottle everything up, getting beat up on.
Yeah. I when I was first when I first got into boxing, my coach, he would put me through rounds like it would be it would be like what you said. It would just be round after round after round with like barely like just right on top of each other. And he'd be like, come on, work, 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 work. And I would work, and then he would turn it up on me, and it's like, oh man, you know, or like he wouldn't tell me we'd do a round, and he wouldn't tell me like how long the round was going to be. So he would push me to work hard, and I'm thinking it's like a 2 or 3 minute round, and it turns into like a 15-minute round. And he's trying to teach me how to keep my hands up and all that stuff. But yeah, man, not now.
I think
So,
honestly, like throughout my time. Oh, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, have you guys kind of figured out a date yet on when you want to do this? Is it going to be next month?
I'm ready whenever. I have, just like he
In
said, I
March.
have nothing but mad respect for Lights Out. He said he was hurt, so I want him at his best, 100%, 210%, not 110%, 210%. I don't want to fight somebody on a broken limb. That's messed up.
Yeah,
But I have nothing but mad love for, everybody in my weight class, everybody, in other weight classes who I fought, and you, Steve. I got mad love for the whole organization.
And I feel like I'm gonna get in there in March. You know, if it's not March, it's April. But I'm really stuck on March just because I know that I'll probably be more healed by then and I'll have more training by then. I'll probably be. I'm not gonna say I'll be ready all the way, but I'll be ready enough to, hold my own and and just evaluate myself, and when I'm fighting, I just need to know, just remember my training. A lot of people, say that when people get trained, sometimes, in a fight, they forget all that training, and all that training goes out the window sometimes, and it really depends on the fighter, So at the end of the day, I just need to remember what I was trained, what I remember to come into to do, and at the end of the day, shake hands with Turtle because at the end of the day, like he said, much love on this side, you know what I'm saying? So no matter what happens, just know, everybody know out there that it's going to be a good, good, good fight. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a
it is
good
going to
fight.
be a good fight.
I'm not going to
Yeah,
show up
for
and, be like the Broncos versus the Seahawks. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing up. It ain't that Super Bowl with the Broncos and Seahawks. I'm showing up to you know, to do something, you know, to actually try to defend my championship at any cost.
Hell yeah, man.
Shout out Mo.
Shout out Mo. And we've had a pretty active chat
Yeah,
over
I
here.
already know it's gonna be a banger for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. What are your overall goals, Lights Out? I mean, we know that Turtle's wanting to go pro here at the end of the year. What are you looking for in the long run?
I want to go pro by 2024 or 2023. I want to go
Yeah.
pro too. You know, that's what I'm doing this for. You know, experience, so I can do that.
Where do you train out of?
Hey, you never know. Maybe you see Turtle versus Lights Out professionally. You never know.
Well, I mean, we've seen Turtle versus Hummingbird, and then Turtle versus Hummingbird in was it
Amateur.
USA Boxing?
Yeah, we fight in Street Beach, and then we fight in amateurs.
Man, I mean, and then they might even fight in pros.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That'd be crazy.
Would be. It's like a freaking Ken
I'm
and
trying to
Ryu
fight
kind of
Gervonta
deal.
Davis.
Are you Ken or Ryu, Turtle?
I'm trying to fight.
Huh?
I need to
Are you
fight
Ken?
Gervonta
Are you
Davis
Ken
for
or
the big
Ryu?
money turtle.
I got Ryu.
You got Ryu.
Yeah.
You don't like the flowing blonde locks?
No.
Hey, you know what'd be
What'd
crazy?
you say, Lights Out? You said something about you said Gervonta. You said you gonna knock out Gervonta.
No, I gotta fight Gervonta one of these days. You know what I'm saying? I need the big money.
That's a bad man. Hey, that's a bad man right there.
Care about that.
Oh, I think we're losing him.
Oh, can I make a statement real fast?
Yes, you can.
I need somebody from Street Beef West Coast to fight me.
Oh,
On God.
okay. Shinigami, Somk, I know you guys have been in the chat. Any other West Coast fighters? I need somebody around 145-ish, 150. I don't know how far he's willing to go up, but actually, Turtle, don't answer that because you'll try to say like 205.
Heavyweight.
Heavyweight, yeah. Okay, fine. You're fighting Pony Boy. But
I
hey,
will
Pony
fight
Boy,
anybody. I do not care
Hey,
how
I
I
big,
know.
from
tall,
West.
small. Huh?
I know you don't care, but I want to get you
I
somebody
need
like
somebody
right
from
around
West
your
too.
weight. So,
Shoot.
Ugly Boy, yeah, he would box you. He would box you for sure.
Man, who was it? I think his name was
Hey,
Bricks
Steve.
or something
Boxing,
like that.
Somk, boxing. Oh, what's that?
Hey, Fried Chicken.
I think the dude's name is
I'm gonna
Bricks
need
or
somebody
something
from
like
West
that
too.
from West Coast.
What's that?
But he said the dude said he would have to cut from like 160 to fight me.
Who is it?
Bricks or something like that.
Oh, Bricks. We can look into it. Mo says he can do 145 to 160. TC says Bricks. Jay Gotham versus Terrifier kickboxing this month. I don't know about that. We can do that. I mean, if Jay Gotham's good with it and Terrifier is good with it, we can do that. Just no wrestling. Now we're making up matches on the spot. Really quick, kickboxing, heavyweight kickboxing title this month. We're doing Brick House versus the Reaper. And we need to get a heavyweight boxing champion. Pony Boy, you were in the waiting room and then you took off. Crazy Legs wants Panda Man.
I thought Real Lion was a heavyweight champion.
No, he's light heavyweight.
Okay.
So apparently Crazy Legs wants Panda Man. That's if he wants it, I can facilitate that. But you better wear a onesie. I want to
Who's
see a
all from the
unicorn
West at
onesie.
145?
Who's boxing 145 in the West Coast?
They gave me a few names.
Yeah.
They gave me a few names, but I forgot them already.
Yeah, Thomas, we can do that. Try to message me that info
I'm
though,
gonna need
so
one
I
of
like
those.
write it. I'll put it in my phone, okay? I really wish I knew more. Look, with how much I pay attention to the other branches, I try to pay as much attention as I can, but I am so invested with Diesel. No, Diesel's going. No, he's getting golden hands. I am.
Guess who I seen today?
Who'd you see
What's good,
today?
Overtime Hustling?
I seen the twins.
Yes. Oh, I was wondering what happened to Turco because he like left Facebook and I haven't seen him, but I've been talking to Turkish Assassin and he says he'll come out and fight this month. So I might try to find somebody for 155 for him. I'm going to try to find somebody 155 for him. So we can talk in the group chat about that on who we're going to get for him. But yeah, we can
They
do
were
that.
asking me if I still fought I still fought for the scrapyard and everything. So yeah, I seen both of them together. So
I've never seen them not together.
I know, right?
Okay, so we said Jay Gotham versus
Invasion.
what was that? You cut out there for a second, and then we said sorry, I'm like as I'm going here, I'm trying to set up matches.
It's in right?
Crazy Legs and Panda Man, maybe? Versus
It's in May, right? The Invasion.
It's in May. It's May 21st. May 21st. Okay, and who else was wanting to fight you guys? So Sam K, you're doing a really good job of giving me names. Thank you. Overtime Hustling in the house. Big time supporter. Hey guys, make a commercial for me and I'll give you guys OTH.
Cuzzo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I messaged Cuzzo. I wanted to get him on the show, but I would like to get a show going with like Cuzzo, some different people from different podcasts, like maybe Heart in the Fight, Overtime Hustling, Fight Team 206. I think it'd be neat to get these different hosts from different shows on this show. And
the thing that they did for Scarface for the BLK Prime was fire. I'm not going to the pre-match between one eyed something and then Scarface. How they put that together was fire.
Yes. It was. They do a great job with their video stuff. So shout out Heart in the Fight. So Jabberwocky needs a commercial. Jabberwocky's got to shoot me a commercial or at least give me some raw footage. And if I got time or when I got time, I'll try to put together a little commercial for him. So if you guys are wanting to do little commercials, try to shoot them. Like Monkey sent me one today, but he shot it in the vertical. I don't like it when you guys send me this vertical image. I like it when you turn your phone sideways. and then it fills up the whole screen, because then it's easier for me to edit. So if you guys want a little bit of a commercial, say, what's up, it's Turtle. I'm, like whatever. If you guys are like selling t-shirts or whatever you guys are wanting to do to promote yourself, I'm here to promote you. So these are in Washington State. The dude. Canadian, are you signing up this month? Come on, man. You live in Washington State. But see what's going on, West Coast.
I'm trying to fight this month, but we got silver, the junior golden gloves at the end of this month.
Oh, yeah. So you're doing that?
Yeah, I'll be there. Oh, it's in Tacoma.
Okay. So are you fighting in it, or?
Yeah, I was supposed to fight today, but the guy he was sparring and his spar partner elbowed him in his bicep, and his bicep what'd he do? He tore his bicep. There you go.
Ah, damn. Canadian versus UK? That may be a possibility. We might be able to do that. UK came out and got in some rounds with me the other day. So I got rounds in with Blacksmith, UK, Reaper, Real Lion.
How's Blacksmith doing?
He's good. He caught Reaper with a really good cross. He's a natural southpaw, so he does have a pretty quick cross on that left hand.
He said he's been trying to get in there and spar with me.
Yeah. Do it, man. He's yeah.
Him and Simo, they both said that they're trying to come to the gym and spar.
Yeah. I mean, that it'd be good for him. It'd be good for him, man. I guess he's probably staying up around where Simo is then. Or no,
so.
he's standing. Isn't he staying in Tacoma, Blacksmith?
I think he told me about something about Tacoma.
Yeah. Yeah, he came out like, yeah, it was no big deal for him to come out. So, I know you guys aren't watching the UFC fights tonight. You guys are boxers.
Nope, I'm not a fan. No, I did just get the UFC game.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you make yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Of course. I saw Crazy Legs made himself too.
I got post it to the group chat.
But I would make myself too. I would just have a chicken head.
It didn't have no nickname as Turtle, so I couldn't make him as Turtle. So.
Oh, you can't put your own in?
Nah.
That seemed like it'd be a name that I bet you Fire Chicken's on there. Probably not. Man, I would love to get some of these. So we're growing in popularity every day, and we've got a lot of eyes on us. I think it'd be neat if some of these like higher level guys, maybe UFC fighters, pro boxers, big names would like to come on Kicking It with Chicken and do kind of like what we're doing here,
Yeah.
We do have people like that in our group, in our Facebook group. I got people that follow me on Instagram that are bigger names. I'm trying to get in touch
They
with.
come in the backyard and fight.
They can't fight because they're pro, but they can come out. They can,
reactions.
What about if they fight? What about if they fight each other?
No, I can't have pros fight. But they can come out. They can be referees.
Damn.
Like I want to get Jens Pulver out. There's also some other. Nainoa Dung, the Bellator fighter, wants to bring some guys from Hawaii out. But yeah, I'm always getting hit up by people, but trying to get them to follow through and everything. Yeah. Anybody else want to get on Kicking with Chicken tonight? DM me in the. You can DM me on my Facebook account. See if anybody's got hit me up on there.
Steve, what's your ultimate goal for Street Bees?
My ultimate goal is I don't really have a. So you guys always hear me talking about growing the YouTube channel and all that stuff.
Right.
But the only reason I talk about that so much is because it gets more focus and attention on the fighters. So the more people that are watching you guys, the more opportunities you guys could have as fighters to be able to get on big promotions and stuff. It also opens up connections with people that would like want to manage fighters or gyms like TC Thomas Castleberry. He's in the chat right now. You know, we got to a certain if we didn't have any subscribers, you know, he might not have ever heard about us. But now he's got like a whole team of fighters out at TFW, and you know, most of them seem like they're scrapyard fighters. And so I just want to grow as a community and be able to do more and more for the fighters and get you guys on the path that you guys want to go on.
Okay.
So I don't really have like there is no real end goal other than just growing, because I've pretty much done everything that I've set up all my goals ahead of time. I got these little booklet things that I would sit while I was at work, and I would be doing this job called fire watching. And actually, no, it's when I was in the hangout, not doing a job. That's the proper way to say it. But anyway, I would sit there and I would think of something and I'd write it down. And I would make up all these different goals and then step-by-step directions that I made up myself on how I would build the scrapyard. Things that I would absolutely need, things that I wanted, goals that I wanted to accomplish as far as like I want to get this, but I'm not going to be able to get this for a long time, as like building the ring. That was something that I wanted, but I mean, I couldn't really do that at first. I just kind of had to build on that. I had to get sponsors, all that stuff. And so through all that planning and brainstorming, I was able to come up with what we got today. Now it's pretty much just like I try to come up with different ideas and try to make new stuff for the scrapyard. Like with my video editing and everything, I always try to like maybe put something different in the fight, or try to get better at something, or try to learn something new. So, you know, like I taught myself how to video edit, taught myself how to photo edit. I've been doing all the thumbnails lately, which I'll say, even, I mean, it goes without saying, they're a lot better than they used to be because I'm doing them on my computer. So they're just better looking, but it's just stuff that I'm trying to get better at. And yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, okay. Would you say it's the turf or the footwork?
It's the footwork. Come on, man. I boxed a bunch of rounds in there today and I didn't slip one time. But if you're running away from somebody, and you're crossing your feet and stuff, yeah, you're going to slip and fall, especially if you're running away from somebody and you get hit while you're running. And I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying, like,
Not at all. No. It's all fundamentals of the game.
it is. You got to have your feet right, or I mean, that's the same with wrestling. It's the same with boxing. If you're tripping over your own feet, you know,
Pick them up, stay in the same position that you are in, but move them.
Yep. You already know. You change an angle on somebody and you hit them. It ain't because you hit them hard that they go down all the time. A lot of times it's just they didn't have their footwork right.
Exactly.
Well, guys, we're almost 2 hours into this. I've had a great time. I'm going to let you guys go, but I really
Yeah.
like having two opponents come on the show that are going to fight each other. I'm going to try to do more of that in the future because it gives you guys an opportunity to kind of go back and forth. Some people are going to be more respectful with each other like you guys, and some people are going to be more, talking shit, but whatever. It'll be interesting. So we'll start trying to find you guys opponents for the invasion as we get closer. And yeah, thanks for being on the show. I really appreciate you guys.
Thank you for having me. Lights out. I see you in there when we see each other. Nothing but the blessings and the best to you. But Turpin Turtle, I'm out of here.
Peace out, Turtle. You still with us, Lights Out? You seem frozen. All right, man, I'm gonna let you go. I think you're a little frozen. So, Lights Out. Peace out. All right, guys. Well, that was Kicking It with Chicken tonight. Another great episode. I think we're getting better at this. Being able to put it on multiple platforms. I did notice that Twitter is an option on the platform too that I can stream this to. So I might try to get more into Twitter as far as posting on there more regularly. I don't really get it, I guess. All these different social media platforms are different, and I guess I'll try to use that platform to get our names out there a little bit more. So thanks everybody for tuning in to Kicking It with Chicken. With that said, peace out, everybody.